They discovered it, they read it, and they applied it. It's the golden thread that connects the titans of the self-development industry, the source that spawned millions of millionaires, the original blueprint to success.
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Think and Grow Rich.
Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. It's a classic. A classic.
And I love Think and Grow Rich. I love it. It's right here. I mean, it's one of my favorite books of all time.
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
This material is what changed my life. This is the material I study every day. From being an immigrant woman, coming from poverty, and really coming to America and literally achieving the American dream. I can't even tell you how grateful I am for this man, for what he did for me and my family.
Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve.
People don't realize is that when we let our ego get in our way, ego is the loss, the fear of loss. So need to be right, the need to be offended, the need to be hurt, fearful. When that trajectory changes, what happens is you continually go the wrong way. So my job as a coach is to say, let's get into the enjoyment of the direct pursuit of my potential. Right? And so when the light went on, it was not about the potential of making money and being an entrepreneur, which is one of my specialties. And I said to him, look, this is an opportunity now to show how great you really are. We can't let the outside voices, right, determine our success. The happiness that we have comes within. Why are you going to give that control to somebody else?
Thoughts become things. And I always wonder, why did no one teach us this? Why did we not learn this in school? Why did we not learn this from our families? If you make your study a priority, your life will change.
And I came up with 4 really valuable things that I took stock in. And the first one was gratitude. Simple gratitude. Although I grew up with nothing, I was always grateful. Throughout the whole process of consistently, persistently pursuing my potential, I was grateful. It made my past better, my present brighter, and my future even brighter than that. In fact, I tell people all the time, if you want to change your life, change your employee's life, your family life, it's very simple. 2 words, say thank you.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. We are Hakuna Matata Napoleon Hill Institute training today. If you'd like the exercise or guide from today's training, it's the Laws to a Meaningful Life. We'd love to have you join us, David at dmeltzer.com. Just to go through our schedule, we are back on track for over 200 cities. I think we did 209 last year was the final count. But if you'd like to join us in even more cities this year, we did a meetup in the Serengeti last night. It was awesome. And we will be cruising through here in Ngorongoro, but come meet up in Dubai. We will be at the Billion Influencer Summit, keynoting that as well with Mr. Beast. That's kind of cool. But we'll be there 2 p.m. On the 9th of January. Then flying back to Fort Lauderdale for the Aspire Business Tour. I'm happy to host every one of my Napoleon Hill friends. So just email me, David at dmeltzer.com. I'll host everybody in Fort Lauderdale to come see us at Aspire. Then we'll be filming Go Fund Yourself in Los Alamitos. Then to New York, Andrew Cordell and I doing a serious VIP dinner. In New York, meet up in Holding Court. Again, meet up Holding Court in Mar-a-Lago. Come and join us there as well. San Diego, we have 2 different events, the Virtuity event with Marshall Falk, as well as a meetup in Holding Court. Las Vegas, Nevada, season 10 of Office Hours. Come and see us there. And then back to SoFi Stadium. You can join us at SoFi Stadium for our mastermind with Tim Story and myself. So come and join us. We'd love to see you. David at dmeltzer.com, or text me to be invited or informed. This is just January, ladies and gentlemen. 949-298 2905. Stay informed, stay invited. If you don't want to be informed and do not want to be invited, do not text me at 949-298-2905. All right, let's get to it. The laws to a meaningful life. We are blessed here in Africa. I realized how many people spend so much time and so much of our lives trying to control outcomes, worrying about what might happen, protecting what we've already built, reacting to circumstances as if life is happening to us or even for us, but not through us. But meaning, true meaning doesn't come from certainty, it comes from alignment. When we align our intention, faith, and service, nothing is wasted. In that ease separates us from every challenge, which now becomes instruction. Every delay now becomes preparation. Every setback becomes redirection. Life begins to happen through us, and eventually we spend minutes and moments happening to or for us. We will go over today 6 laws, and they are not theories. They're observable patterns that govern the growth, resilience, abundance, and peace. And when we honor them, we stop fighting reality and start cooperating with it. This training is an invitation to shift from resistance to faith, to trust, from urgency to alignment, and from fear-based effort to faith-driven action, devotional action in a divine direction of where we want to be or better by aligning our meaning. If you'd like the exerciser guide from today, please email me, david@dmeltzer.com. David means beloved, at D first initial, Meltzer, servant. Your beloved servant, davidmeltzer.com. Lesson number 1, we grow through the change. Growth is inevitable. Resistance is what creates the pain and the suffering. When we learn to trust the uncertainty or change, we move with life instead of against it. So many salespeople that I work with continue using old sales processes because they're familiar. Even though the market is shifted in an accelerated and aggregated way and compounded into all types of different opportunities, and the results that we are achieving have been slowing. Because if our thoughts aren't growing, our results will be slowing. They will be dying. Faith, this devotion of paying attention to and giving intention to this coincidence, the coinciding with confidence and change, even before the results appear, even when there's no evidence or the evidence is contrary to where we think we want to be or better. We will change as we grow and align in the devotion of paying attention and giving intention, doing, saying, thinking, feeling, and believing in that divine direction by aligning the meaning of the past as we grow through the change. What we need to do first is identify where we're resisting the uncertainty and the change that we have. Where are we responding to the reaction, to the uncertainty and change and the resistance that we give it? Where are we not only resisting it, but praying for what we don't want, what other people want, what social media wants? We need to learn to release what we're protecting that no longer serves us by identifying the meaning that we've given it from the past, either the true past that exists today, or maybe we've identified genetic or energetic to past meanings that we are carrying forward into resistance in this lifetime. Make sure that we are working on the uncomfortable actions. Within 24 hours, try to get back at ease. Don't let them go to days, weeks, months, and years. Start working on the hours, then the minutes, and then the moments. The first lesson to understand the laws is the lesson number one. The law to a meaningful life is know that we grow and know that we grow through change. And this growth is inevitable and we must trust it and we must move with it, not against it. Know that our thoughts aren't growing, they will be slowing. Faith is the confidence in the change before the results appear. If you'd like the exercises and guides from the first law, we grow through change, David at dmeltzer.com. Law number two, lesson number two, we learn through the meaning of pain, which most people define as struggle. Struggle is a tuition. It's not a tuition for knowledge, it's a tuition for wisdom. It sharpens clarity, it builds strength, and reveals our priorities of what's important to us today in alignment with the divine direction by aligning the meaning of the past in that devotional, intentional behavior. And it will reveal what's important so that we can prioritize the uncertainty of our days. Notating that prioritization is the antidote to feeling overwhelmed, as well as the antidote to procrastination. I work with so many companies that launch products and they underperform, and it forces the company to realize that their messaging speaks to what they want or we want to sell, not what the customer actually needs. So many times we're so close to our own projects, our own interest, that we forget to ask what the customer or the people or our parents or our family and friends, what they're listening for. And we need to learn through the pain and the struggle to build the clarity and strength and prioritize accordingly. Pain is nothing but an indicator. Pain is nothing but information. It is not a commandment. It's not working with the infinite, abundant, unified system of thought in which you think it is. Struggle is feedback, not punishment. And they both occur as we learn through the pain and the struggle to be promoted, protected, loved, and perfected, not punished. In order to do so, one of the mechanisms to learn through this struggle is to reframe our past and the meaning of the past and the struggle of the past, to reframe it as preparation for promotion, not punishment. Understand and identify the skills, the knowledge, and the faith to forge forward, to learn through the uncertainty and the change, through the pain and the struggle. Learn to align the skills, the knowledge, and the desire to the current challenge of the day. Figure out who you can help and who can help you with that current challenge of the day. Learn to align the skills, the knowledge, and desires of yourself and others, and utilize knowing your who to facilitate how we learn in a more accelerated mechanism through the pain and struggle. That is the tuition for wisdom. Law number two, lesson number two, we learn through struggle. If you like the exercises and guides from today's Napoleon Hill training, just email me, David at dmeltzer.com. Law number three, lesson number three, we create abundance through our heart set, our mindset, and our handset. We create abundance by utilizing the infinite, abundant, unified system of thought that includes the mindset, heart set, and handset. Poverty begins in that unified, abundant system of thought. Scarcity begins in that unified, abundant system of thought. the heart set, mindset, and handset that includes utilizing our imagination, our discipline, and our faith are true sources of wealth, of clearing the interference between us and the infinite amount of intelligence or inspiration or intuition or energy or even money, which is an energy. So instead of us saying we can't afford the marketing, we ask ourselves, how can we co-create value with the partners who already have the audience that we serve? How can we create value with those who are already sitting in a situation that we want to be in? Understanding that we must also figure out how we can provide value to put people, our customers and partners and associates, into a position that we are in. Understanding how we serve without the negativity, the scarcity, utilizing the imagination and discipline and faith, this devotion of clearing the interference of there's less than, just enough, and move into a world, an abundant, unified system of thought of more than enough. Money is an energy, as I stated, and money follows value, not effort. I can't tell you how many people I coach that are so busy working, they forget to make money because they don't understand that money follows value, not effort. I can't tell you how many employees of mine are so busy working, they forget to align with how we make money. And they're so busy working, they forget to do what we're supposed to do. If we can create this abundance through the mindset, heart set, and handset, believing in the unified, abundant system of thought that we all belong to, gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, and effective communication will be the stewards of attraction. They will attract through what we did to be responsible. They will attract through the laws of attraction themselves, and of course, how we are participating in the perception, the meaning of our past, aligning in that devotion to attract opportunities that we desire or better. Gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, and effective communication, inspiration are the stewards to attract opportunity. We must take inventory. We must take inventory of the two things that are quantifiable in the human experience, which is our time and our money. Each end of the year milestone, I don't attack a trajectory of making as much money as I can, as fast as I can, but I quantifiably analyze the end of the year of how I'm spending my time, how much time I'm spending in devotion, and how much time I'm spending interfering with where I want to be or better. And I also quantify how much money I've saved. They're two quantifiable human experiences that allow me to create abundance through the mindset, the heart set, and the handset. Replace all scarcity of what you do, say, think, feel, and believe. Replace it with abundance. Do abundant things. Be kind to your future self. Do good deeds. Say abundant things. Cancel the negative things that you say. Think abundant things. Cancel the negative things. Feel the abundant things. And believe, as Napoleon Hill, in all the abundance things. Replace the scarcity of doing, saying, thinking, feeling, and believing with the abundance of doing, saying, thinking, feeling, and believing. The last is to deliver value first without attaching to the outcomes or expectations. Understand behaviors themselves, the value created by the behaviors is the value created to all, that everybody, as you create value, will receive the dopamine, the oxytocin, the serotonin, create value is a way to where we are. Gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, and effective communication. If anybody would like the exercises and guides for today, david@dmeltzer.com. Please just email me. I'm happy to give you the exercises and guides for today's The Laws to a Meaningful Life. The fourth lesson or law, we are redirected by failure and sorrow. It's an indicator that we have a better place to be, a better position to be in. It's an indicator we have something to learn, that the lessons will keep on coming until we learn them. And if we don't learn them, keep on coming. We will forget every lesson that we ever learned, but you have the power to access every lesson there ever was. So failure is an indicator, and sorrow will strip our ego. It will deepen our empathy, realign us in gratitude and accountability with our divine direction to allow us to have devotional attention and intention of the coincidences, the coinciding of all. So many of us, when we lose a major deal or relationship, realize much later that it would have pulled us away from our values, our health, our family, our success that we've achieved. I personally have had this experience almost 19 years ago when I lost everything. If somebody would have told me that was somehow promoting, protecting, loving, perfecting me, I just couldn't believe it. But when I started to focus in on the indicators in my life, the behaviors that put me into that position, today I realized that it was the greatest promotion, perfection, love, and protection that I've experienced in my human experience. Failure is data. It's not identity. I'm going to repeat that. Failure is data, not identity. Sorrow and failure expand our capacity for love and service, believe it or not. It actually expands our love. It's like working out and expanding our lungs for a greater capacity of oxygen. When we have failure and sorrow, it expands our capacity for love and service. It's just data, not identity. Identify those failures or losses that have protected, promoted, loved, and perfected, or shaped us. Extract each time the lesson as it's revealed. Ask for help from those people that may have sit or do sit in the situation you want to be in. Ask them about what you could have done, should have done, and would have done better. That's why when I coach people, I'm on call 7 days a week because I want to be there. What could I do? Should I do? Would I do? What could I have done? Should I have done? Could you look? It's all revealed to extract the lesson so that they don't keep on coming. Make sure that every day you perform one act of service born from a lesson each and every day. In other words, be kind. Be kind to your future self and do good deeds from those lessons that we learn, because we are redirected by the failure, the mistakes, the setbacks, the defining moments, and historical references that create sorrow and strip our ego, deepen our empathy, but realign us into the divine direction and makes our behaviors devotional, and the coincidences come faster and realize what truly matters. If you'd like our exercises and guides from today from Napoleon Hill Training, just email me, david@dmeltzer.com, and be happy to send that to you, david@dmeltzer.com. The fifth law or lesson, we align with natural laws in time. These are two things that live in harmony, not conflict. Nature is infinite, and it never rushes. Alignment with the natural laws and time compounds our results, accelerates them, aggregates them faster than force or urgency, knowing that every force has a counterforce, creating more resistance in our life. And urgency is simply just a subset of what's important each and every day, a subset to the non-negotiables and the negotiable circumstances that exist each and every day, that we are uncertain of each and every day, that creates fear each and every day, which we react to each and every day, and then respond to that reaction each and every day, either in alignment or in interference with who or where we want to be or better. When working with companies, we push products to market before the articulation of the value exceeds what we're asking for, before the offer is refined, before the audience is ready. We create so much interference, disease, and stress, and weak results occur instead of momentum, inspiration, intuition, intelligence, all the infinite positive accelerators through the ability not to rush and allow nature to align, accelerate, and aggregate the compounding results faster than force or urgency. Remember, what's meant for us won't miss us. Time, man-made constructive time, and infinite time, time honored because time leveraged. Time honored becomes time levered. That is why I study the calendar. That's why the Nick of Wam and I have the Well-Oiled Machine podcast, to take time in each day and show people how to honor time that becomes time leveraged, providing more productivity, accessibility, and gratitude. Remember to stop forcing our outcomes. Stop attaching our emotions to outcomes. Start forcing the behaviors and attaching your emotion to the behaviors aligned with where you want to be or better. Categorize them. Is this behavior aligned with where I want to be or better, or is it interfering with it? Shift our focus from outcomes to daily process, to daily behaviors, to non-negotiable and negotiable behaviors. Be a student of your calendar. Commit to consistency. Commit to enjoying the consistent, persistent pursuit of your potential over any force or urgency. We must align with the natural laws and with time. Time honored becomes time leveraged. If you like these guides and exercises, these laws and lessons, David@dmeltzer.com, David@dmeltzer.com. The sixth and final law and lesson: we live by faith and service. It is both wisdom and faith that shorten the distance of resistance between us and where we want to be or better. But faith transforms our interference, the need to be right, offended, separate, inferior, superior, anxious, frustrated, angry, guilty, and resentful, worried, into action. Notating that logic and analysis will never overcome emotion. It is action that changes our direction, our devotion, and the way we feel our emotion. Faith transforms this interference into action. Service dissolves, dissipates, and disappears fear and creates lasting meaning, aligning the past with where we want to be or better, the setbacks, mistakes, defining moments, historical relevances of the past with where we want to be or better. When we reach out to help someone without having or knowing if it will benefit us at all, and weeks later, we receive an unexpected opportunity, and this arrives through that relationship, we should not be surprised. This is the miracles of expectations. This is how we dissipate, dissolve the interference between us and the infinite, abundant, unified system of more than enough of everything for everyone, including what we want. It is the belief that perceives result, and is the belief that occurs by doing, saying, thinking, and feeling every single day in alignment with where we want to be or better, without missing. Gratitude Gratitude, forgiveness, and accountability strengthens our faith and accelerates, aggregates, and compounds our outcomes by aligning with where we want to be or better and the meaning of the past. Notating from the past that it is the faith when there's no evidence. It is the wisdom we learn when the evidence is contrary to where we want to be that shortens that distance of resistance that we create. Make sure we use the 5 daily practices to utilize stillness and gratitude, forgiveness, and accountability to live in spirit inspired with those values. If you'd like that 5 daily practices guide as well, we'll add that into this one. David@dmeltzer.com. David nudges that align us with the service and value that we provide. Be a beloved servant. Be a David Meltzer. David means beloved. Meltzer means servant. Act on intuitive nudges aligned with the service, not the interfering meanings of the failure, setbacks, mistakes, the no evidence or evidence contrary to where you want to be. Quantitatively measure your success through time and money, the man-made constructs of how the time and money that you spend are impacting people, not seeking identity or approval of others. We live and shorten the distance of resistance by faith and service, knowing the wisdom and the faith shorten that distance. The 6th law. If you would like the guides and exercises from today, it's david@dmeltzer.com. There are 6 laws to the meaningful life. To align the meaning of the past with your divine direction by being devotional, by paying attention and giving intention, by doing, saying, thinking, feeling, believing in alignment with the coincidences, the coinciding of the universe. But we must remember law number 1, we grow through change. We must remember law number 2, we learn through pain and struggle. We must remember law number 3, set mindset and handset. We must remember law number 4, that we are redirected by the mistakes, defining moments, and sorrow that it creates. We must remember, recollect, and remind ourselves of law number 5. We align with the natural laws and time. And finally, law number 6, we live by the faith and service to shorten the distance of resistance with that wisdom and faith. When we live by these 6 laws, anxiety loses its grip because meaning takes its place. We stop measuring our lives by outcomes alone and begin measuring them by alignment, by service, and growth. We learn to trust change instead of fearing it. We see struggle as preparation, not punishment. We create abundance by adding value, not chasing validation. We allow failure and sorrow to refine us rather than define us. We respect time and natural laws instead of forcing results. And we move forward with faith and wisdom, knowing that what is meant for us and through us will find us when we are ready to receive it. A meaningful life isn't built in moments of certainty. It's built in moments of trust. When we choose gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, and effective communication, inspiration with devotional behavior by aligning and paying attention and giving intention to that behavior, with faith-driven devotional action and service each day, we don't just change what we achieve. We change who we become. And that is how life stops happening to us and for us and starts happening through us. This have been the laws of having a meaningful life. If you like the exercises, the guides, the 5 daily practices, email me, david@dmeltzer.com, david@dmeltzer.com. A reminder, come and join us in Dubai at the Billion Influencer Summit. I'll be keynoting that there with Mr. Beast First time ever meeting him. Then we'll be at the Aspire Tour in Fort Lauderdale. Then we'll be in Los Alamitos filming Go Fund Yourself, the #1 show on Cheddar. Then in New York City with Andrew Cordell and Aspire, VIP dinner meetup holding court. Then in Mar-a-Lago, same thing, holding court, VIP dinner meetups. Then in San Diego for the Gratuity event, meetup and holding court. Then season 10 of Office Hours in Las Vegas at the Wynn, in the lobby at the SiriusXM Hotel, and then at SoFi Stadium Mastermind with Tim Story. Over 200 cities a year. Please join our text community. Be invited, not obligated. 949-298-2905. But remember, most importantly, be more interested than interesting. Akuma Matata. Be kind. Be kind to your future self. No worries. Do good deeds. Hit it, Gigi.
They discovered it, they read it, and they applied it. It's the golden thread that connects the titans of the self-development industry. The source that spawned millions of millionaires. The original blueprint to success.
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Think and Grow Rich.
Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. It's a classic. A classic.
And I love Think and Grow Rich. I love it. It's right here. I mean, it's one of my favorite books of all time.
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
This material is what changed my life. This is the material I study every day. From being an immigrant woman, coming from poverty, and really coming to America and literally achieving the American dream. I can't even tell you how grateful I am for this man, for what he did for me and my family.
Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve.
People don't realize is that when we let our ego get in our way, ego is the loss, the fear of loss. So need to be right, the need to be offended, the need to be hurt, fearful. When that trajectory changes, what happens is you continually go the wrong way. So my job as a coach is to say, let's get into the enjoyment of the direct pursuit of my potential. Right? And so when the light went on, it was not about the potential of making money and being an entrepreneur, which is one of my specialties. And I said to him, look, this is an opportunity now to show how great you really are. We can't let the outside voices, right, determine our success. The happiness that we have comes within. Why are you going to give that control to somebody else?
Thoughts become things. And I always wonder, why did no one teach us this? Why did we not learn this in school? Why did we not learn this from our families? If you make your study a priority, your life will change.
And I came up with 4 really valuable things that I took stock in. And the first one was gratitude. Simple gratitude. Although I grew up with nothing, I was always grateful. Throughout the whole process of consistently, persistently pursuing my potential, I was grateful. It made my past better, my present brighter, and my future even brighter than that. In fact, I tell people all the time, if you want to change your life, change your employee's life, your family life, it's very simple. 2 words, say thank you.